So something that happened recently is that I gave some miniatures to a bunch of people, including Black Magic Craft. And among those miniatures, I gave away a bunch of these little Cthulhu guys. They are from the Bag of Cthulhu. That is a little supplement to a card game by Fantasy Flight Game. I believe it's just called Call of Cthulhu. Some other people asked, hey, those little Cthulhu miniatures are really cool. Where are they from? And I said, well, they're from the Bag of Cthulhu. And then I proceeded to find out that you can't really buy those anymore. So I had gotten them super, super cheap. And now you literally can't buy them anywhere else. I don't believe you can get them on the Fantasy Flight website. You can't get them at Miniature Market. You can't get them pretty much anywhere. So this video series is about board game stuff and other, just general RPG supply stuff that might be put on deep, deep clearance soon, and you should keep an eye out for it. So one of my newest finds was The Others, and specifically this token pack. This has 60 tokens in it. So if you happen to need a bunch of really small tentacle tokens for some sort of puzzle or anything like that for D&D, this is really good. I got this for $10. I'll be taking a quick look at that. And the big find from The Others is the Apocalypse expansion. Now, I happen to have found this for $16 shipped, which is it's an amazing deal. There's 4 huge miniatures in here. Well, actually, no, I guess technically speaking, only one miniature is a huge miniature for using D&D scale, but the other ones clearly could be in huge miniature scale, even though they have large bases. These are really amazing miniatures. I believe 4 of the 5 miniatures would fit in really well with D&D. The 5th miniature, the war miniature, has some guns on him and stuff and might not be stylistically it might not fit in well with D&D. So let's take a much closer look at Apocalypse. So let's open this expansion pack and see what we got going on. Now, The Others is generally speaking going to be a game where it's set in the modern world, so most of the miniatures in the base game are not going to be all that great for a standard D&D game, unless you're playing a D&D game in the modern world or in a setting like that, in which case you might actually find a lot of value in The Others main set. But this expansion is where the big boys are. 5 really big, really detailed miniatures, which frankly, now that I look at them, would be more at home in maybe a Warhammer Fantasy roleplay game. Looking at it again, I think my favorite might be the Death character. So I'm going to show the scale here. Obviously, our little farmer is a medium creature, and these guys must be either large or huge miniatures. Take a look at the detail on these. Very, very impressive. And there's that Death miniature again. I really like the texture on the wings. Very interesting. These actually kind of remind me a little bit of the Death Kingdom monster set. Though obviously I think those are a little bit nicer. The feel of these is definitely, something like that. Now here's the war figure, and you'll notice that he has a big old machine gun arm, which obviously is not going to be great for a D&D game set in a fantasy realm. And on his back he has a nuke reactor, so obviously not a fantasy creature. All in all, these 4 guys are very impressive, and for $16, I don't think you can go wrong with that price. Hey, let's take a quick look at the Corruption Pack. This is the 60 little tiny tentacle pieces here. Obviously, well in scale with the little farmer guy. These guys I'm going to use for a D&D puzzle. Perhaps you can find an even better use for them for your game. So if any of you have found any cheap board game stuff in your travels, please let me know in the comments below.